7,600, 80 pounds, and one of the most unique rigs I think I've ever seen. The Impact 29V here at Hayward RV of Coldwater, Michigan is very interesting. This is a front bathroom and front slide-out bedroom travel trailer toy hauler, wide body, extra tall, 10-foot private garage, and a living room slide. They jammed a lot into the smallest space they possibly could, and overall this thing came out pretty darn cool. May not work for everybody, but this is a unique brand of snake bite, and once you've been bitten by this thing, there's nothing else that kind of satisfies it. So like I said, very different, very unique in a lot of ways, but what's cool is it's also built exactly like Big Brother Impact and Fusion. Even the Impact Vapor Lite series here, I guess the most basic, even though it's pretty jazzy, travel trailer toy hauler, the Fusion family builds, still has machine precise CNC routed walls and windows, and it still has that best in class, most comprehensive 3-year structural warranty out there, and their service records are just absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. One of the #1 questions with any toy hauler is, what can I put in it? And in this case, quite a bit, and what's neat is it has a private garage. Now this was built with like a size and weight and vehicle sort of mindset, category in mind. So it does have a 10-foot garage, which is a little more modest now than what you would tend to find historically. Historically, everything used to pretty much be 10, 11-foot garages. But then, bigger ATVs and side-by-sides came out. So this isn't made for those 12-foot long razors. This is made for people that have like a golf cart or a couple motorcycles or four-wheelers or something like that, Now, what is nice is even though it's a little smaller, again, just like the CNC routed, machine precise cut walls, you've got the same construction back here you have even in a Fusion. You've got the same floor structure here in the garage. It's called waffle style construction. I call it crisscross applesauce, but that's because my kid, is young and she sits cross-legged still. But you've got this 5K pull-tested flooring system in here. They've literally put a razor on like a Fusion Impact floor and flipped the whole chassis upside down and the thing held. It's pretty awesome. So God forbid, the last thing you want to have happen if you load like a Harley or a Goldwing or something in here, you don't want that thing to tip over because the floor wasn't strong enough to hold the tie down in place. This is welded directly to chassis cross members, so it's not going anywhere. And what's neat is those little tie downs can actually pivot and turn, so that you can always make sure that you've got proper locking on that tie down. You'll also notice they're using the same heavy duty industrial grade rubberized flooring here as in Big Brother Impact and Fusion. And we do have a dovetailed rear end, so you're going to be able to load in here without, ripping off low-hanging pipes or something like that. Now we've got the Happy Jack bed slash sofa slash theater style benches right here. These can ride a couple different ways. They can ride vertically against the wall, or they can ride horizontally across the ceiling to give you maximum load width or height, whatever you need whenever you need it. And then obviously when you reach your destination, you can pop these things open and throw a card table or something back here and have a cool little hangout experience. Another nice thing on this is that you've got the nicer, not the tent wall, but the actual retractable screen wall here. And I like this system where you can sort of set it halfway down, so you can keep some airflow, some breeze, but you can kind of duck in and duck out or whatever you want. And then when you're done with it, she just rolls herself right up out of the way. But what's also neat is this is a private garage. So if you do load something in here, the exhaust from loading isn't really going to back bleed through the rest of the RV. I mean, you have to really go out of your way for that to happen. You have to sit in here with the thing rumbling the entire time. And little detail stuff like their doors aren't just frosty glass, but their doors have an actual window in them. Just especially on the campsite of the camper, any bit of visibility I can get is something I appreciate. And even the secondary door here in the garage is a wider 30-inch entry door. Now, if you're looking for entertainment, you've got all kinds of room up here. You can mount yourself just a ridiculously sized flat screen if you are so inclined, especially with a nice vertical heavy-duty cross member right there. You could really mount a heavy-duty, mount up here. You could mount a mount. Yes, that makes sense. I think that's actually technically the right term, even though it sounds like I'm being an idiot. I think that's how you would say that. Now, these are all 50 amp service, and in the 29V here, if you want to add a second air conditioner, it will occupy this vent, but all the wiring and everything is here to do that. Let's take a peek and pass up through the door here and look at the living area. Now, this is very much a destination model When this slide's closed, you can see that you're not going to get to much of anything in the kitchen unless you do the Dukes of Hazzard yee-haw hop over the countertop. However, if you are traveling, you can easily, very easily access the bathroom. What's nice about the bathroom being right by the entry door here is whether you're traveling or you're at a destination, you just don't want to track dirt through your camper. It keeps that kind of cluttered down. Now, at a glance, you're like, oh cool, I can get to the bed when it's closed. Well, this has one of these lift and lower beds, and it needs to be lifted when the slide is closed, otherwise you're going to punch a hole through that bathroom wall. So you do generally lose access to the bathroom in transit, but thankfully, all of these slides are just 12-volt operated, so a simple push of a button will pop that right out. And if you're just at a gas station overnight or like a parking lot or whatever, this is not a deep slide. It's probably not going to interfere with much just to have that open to take a quick nap. The living area of this one, it's not like extremely large, but it's very well done, and they utilized all the space very well. Now, I've seen this model previously, and we've had this model previously with like a multi-place party recliner couch. And I, personally, vastly prefer this massive U-dinette over that thing. So you can very comfortably, you could probably sit 4 or 5 adults around this thing because it is exceptionally large. It's something like, I just tape measured it, it's about 43 inches deep, and it is also, it's like 8 foot 3 inches long. So if you do need that extra bonus sleeping space, which remember those Happy Jack sofa bed things in the garage area can easily fold down into a very comfortable 2-adult sleeper in terms of size. You could have another large place here. You could maybe sleep a couple kids on it if you had to. And notice the detail work. Completely carpetless here in the living area, and I am happy to see that. I understand why certain factories put carpeting in the slide of an above floor slide camper like this. I get it. I don't like it, but I understand why they do it. But obviously it is possible to not do that as they've done here, because where's the number one place you're going to have food and drinks potentially spilled? Maybe around the table? Well, how about we get the carpet out of there so that, God forbid, we do have a little mess or something that's easy to clean up. And again, that's who these guys are. They have that better ability to visualize an actual RV experience and to utilize this. Now, being super duper tall, you've got fifth wheel height slide outs in here. These are 6.5 foot tall slides, so I'm 6'3" for reference. These things are quite large, so you're never going to like bash your head in them. Now, all the windows open for ventilation. They do have the pleated privacy shades if you need to block the sun out or have some sleeping privacy. Again, we have that door there for a separate garage versus living area experience. And the TV does swing out to face the dining area when you're ready, so that you don't have to necessarily crank your neck out and around to get to it. Now the kitchen area here, there's actually a pretty respectable amount of storage, and what I like is we've got all plywood box drawers and that little cubby in the back there. I think that'd be like a nice little spot for bread. Now you've got the extra pockets being extra tall. They opened up some extra storage space above the 8 cubic foot stainless steel gas electric fridge freezer. So this is a very traveling friendly model where you can use on-grid, off-grid, whatever. The L-shaped countertop that you have right here, this is something that you see used to great effect through the majority of the Keystone family, and it gives you a lot of prep space while still offering big sinks. But again, the more rugged toy hauler series here from the Fusion Impact family, we're getting the nicer stainless stuff, heavier duty. And of course we've got a bottle of barley pop opener down here. I'm sure that's going to be used to creatively pop the tops off of bottled water. Anyway, but again, carpetless where it matters is something that I do appreciate on this one. Now, it's the front end arrangement of this RV that is so drastically different from anything else I've ever seen. What's funny is this front end, this bedroom bathroom combo front end up here is so uncommon that if you ask other people, even at Keystone, have you seen this floor plan? They're like, what are you talking about? You can't have a front bathroom and front bedroom toy hauler. And it's it's one of the craziest, best kept secrets that is in the public, medium. How no one's ever seen this, I don't understand. So we've already seen how this is very easy to get to, but little detail stuff like we've got porcelain foot flush stool right here and nice leg room. You can stand in this bathroom and get dressed. It's an odd shaped, irregular bathroom, but it's very functional and with an incredibly tall shower. That's one of the awesomest parts about toy haulers. You don't have that issue. Now, little detail stuff, like you've got a very tall ceiling. You're not going to reach up there to turn a fan on, but you can activate the fan right here at ground level, and so you can see what you're doing at night. Private room light switches like this are going to be backlit so that you can find them and be able to navigate the RV and kick on the lights at night. Now, something you'll find all over the place at Keystone is they fully frame out all their doors, which is, I think, one of the reasons that they have such good structural records. In addition to like the better, cuts on the walls with the CNC routing, you can see that, this is going to hold its shape better. So even without the jacks down right now, the door always opens and closes properly. Now, you do have a sliding privacy door here for the master bedroom, and the master bedroom is very unique. I've never seen another bedroom like this in any other travel trailer, be it a toy hauler or otherwise, even a fifth wheel. It's a very unique front end here. So this is a full 60 by 80 true queen bed. Now, obviously, it's got that power up-down bed lift on it, and the switch for that and the slide out are both right here. Keep in mind, you do need the bed in the up position to retract the slide out, but it's not a big deal. And that's kind of why they're like, hey, think about what you're doing. Don't crush your RV. It's kind of expensive, So they give you the little warning note there. When the bed does lay down, it will come pretty close to the wall up here. So, again, to get a full bedroom slide, in a private garage toy hauler with a living room slide, they had to do something a little different and a little janky, but it works very well. And everyone that's ever purchased one of these from us has always been like, I really like this. I like how they put this together. Now, I think one of the reasons is they came up with some unique front-end storage solutions here. So you've got like this open front dresser right here, and I like the fact, this is going to sound strange, I'm happy they didn't put cabinet doors on this, and that sounds really insanely crazy. But one of the reasons I say that is that if this cabinet door right here popped open in transit and somehow got behind that slide flange, you would not be able to see it when you open the slide out. It would be easy to crush it and break it. So they've eliminated the potential of you possibly breaking your RV completely, not your own fault. Just from bouncing down the road. This thing's a rolling earthquake with a hurricane outside. They made it so that the doors won't pop open on accident just from jouncing down the road and get crushed. Now, it's hard to see because it's darker over in this corner, but there is a set of power outlets there. So if you need like a little tablet, laptop, phone charger, CPAP station, whatever, you've got all that stuff right there. And then around this corner is a very interesting sort of closet arrangement. So you do have a hanging closet. You have some extra shelving that kind of wraps around the, arched vault, or radius nose of the front end of the RV here. But you've also got a nice spot of floor space where you can, again, stand and get dressed. And then, when you're laying down in bed, with the bed in the up position, you are directly facing where you could throw an entertainment system up on the wall here. And if you wanted to add like a Blu-ray player, satellite, or something, you can see that you've got all kinds of room up there to do it. Or you could just go nuts mounting just a ridiculously sized TV on this wall right here. And just to kind of finish it off, we do have a vent above the bed for that extra airflow, that extra light, the extra whatever extra you need, I suppose. I've mentioned it a few times, but I do want to circle back now that we're out here and really look at this, that your sidewalls, any sort of cut in the sidewall, whether it's a baggage door, a window, the door opening, they're all machine precise CNC routed. That is a quality found at Keystone only on the Fusion Impact family and the Montana families. So they're I guess you call A-tier series, and their fifth wheels and their toy haulers are the only ones that get the benefit of that. It's maybe a little more costly process, but once again, the service records on these speak for themselves. We just don't tend to see Impacts, Fusions back with service work. And I think things like that are part of the reason that Keystone's able to offer the most comprehensive 3-year structural warranty out there in the business on stuff like this. So power running, notice how it clears both entry doors very readily. And again, they're both 30-inch wide entry doors. And there's an outside entertainment like TV hookups and speakers there between those. So you've got like an awesome little sort of like tailgate setup. Frameless windows will be standard on these, which is nice. And that's kind of the thing here, is that they said, you know what, we are a little nicer, we are laminated, but this is the Vaporlite series, it's not the full-blown impact trailer. They didn't go bananas, but they did everything that really matters. They gave it the good look. I love the exterior of these. I thought that the old gray exterior with the white nose looked okay. I love this look. And the other thing is, being basically white skinned, it is not going to be as hot in the summertime. Power awning, power tongue jack, LED lights under the awning, enclosed heated bellies. That's another thing that they do very well here. They do a lot of good stuff on this, actually. Not just walkable roof, but walkable slide boxes even. And the giant windows on the sides of the slides are going to open for ventilation. Over here, separate inputs for both cable and satellite. And this is something I think is kind of cool, is that you've got your black tank flush mounted down low here, where it's one less hole that has to be drilled through the sidewall of the trailer. Also of note is the fact that we have all LED tail and marker lights. Surprisingly, a lot of big fifth wheels still don't have LED marker lights. It kind of, very surprising actually, just maybe they aren't aware of it, I'm not sure. So the patio party deck thing, that only started to become available on the Impact Vaporlites in the later half of 2018. So this is a newer addition to this RV at the time of this filming. 3,000 pound loading limit with a 1,500 pound patio rating right now. But what I like is they're still using the nicer, more ride quick set gate system right here. And one of the reasons I like that is because you don't have to like physically heave the weight of this thing up and down every time you raise or lower that ramp door. The other thing is, I've noticed, and the Lippert version is fine, the Lippert patio tailgate system is fine, but it can kind of be a pain to get the patio system unhooked from the ramp to close it back up. This one's never a problem. This one opens and closes, I think, just a little more easily in my point of view. They're very good about adding a lot of loading lighting on here. They've got double floodlights, so if you are loading at night, you're not going to have to kind of guess, you know, what you're doing here or anything like that, because this is the last place you want to be guessing. Yeah, looking around, I think we pretty much got it here. And the same, so you have LED lights in the awning, by the way, but you've got the same heavy-duty LED flood lighting above the ramp door, one of those also above each entry door. So this thing can really light up the patio at night if you are looking just to kind of, you know, keep the party going, as it were. So there you have it. Give us a call here at Haylett RV, 800-256-5196. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.